Hey, why don't you come get something to eat? I know you hungry. Yo, today we're making Poblano Chicken Chili tacos, and I put this on all I love. These are the best tacos ever, and if you got the cookbook, you know exactly what I'm talking about. First things first, these are the essentials we're gonna need. Alright, for the base of this recipe, we're gonna dice up some yellow onions. They're gonna give up some subtle sweetness that's perfect for a good chili. Using a chef's knife, small dice your onion with smooth downward strokes, curling your fingers back with a firm grip on the onion. Try to cut everything consistently because the peppers will be roughly the same size for even cooking. Next, we need to tackle our poblano by removing the seeds, stems, and ribs of the pepper. This will avoid any bitterness in the final product. Just pull most of it away using your hands, and anything remaining on the flesh can be removed with a knife. Split them down the middle, then slice into strips and give them a small dice as well. Cut them skin side down though, because a smooth surface can be a little slippery. I see a lot of folks using bell peppers in their chili, and I respect that, but poblanos give a more present chili flavor. More bold, you know. Chili should be bold in a bowl. With that being said, finish dicing your poblano peppers and set them aside while we mince some fresh garlic. You may have seen this before in one of my previous videos, but I'm going to show you again. Sprinkle some salt down over the cloves, slice them thin, then using the blade, smash the garlic. This is going to give us more of a paste, and the salt is acting as an abrasive to help break it down and keep it from sticking to your fingers. After a few minutes of chopping, we should be good to go. Next, we'll chop some fresh cilantro that's been washed and dried. After a couple of tight rolls, slice through the herbs. I personally use the leaves and stems, but if you want to pick leaves for taco night, be my guest. But seriously, cilantro stems have great flavor and add some texture. Be sure to dice some white onion for garnish later. This is poultry seasoning, but not just any poultry seasoning. I got it from Kitchen Fixins. It's completely salt-free and not on the market yet, but it will be, because it makes chicken more chickeny. Full of fragrant herbs and spices that's definitely going to take this dish to another level. To some trimmed chicken thighs, we're going to season well with some sea salt and a good dusting of the Kitchen Fixins poultry blend. When I tell you the kitchen already smells good with what's in front of me, I wouldn't lie to you. And while we're playing the game of truth, I dare you to season the other side of the chicken. In a large pan over medium-high heat, drizzle in some canola oil to coat the pan and lay your chicken thighs in away from you to avoid oil splatter, doing your best to give them room to brown. Overcrowding the pan can cause steaming, and we don't want that. So we're going to sear the chicken for 3 to 4 minutes on the first side, then check the color. If it looks like this, then give it a flip. Boy, those spices have really woken up in the hot oil. Is there thyme in that? Smells like thyme. Anyway, finish cooking the chicken on the other side, developing as much color as you can without burning it. Then set the chicken aside while we saute the aromatics in the same pan over medium heat. Add in some olive oil, then dump in the onions, poblanos, and garlic. Season generously with sea salt, fresh ground black pepper, a good amount of chili powder, dried oregano, and ground cumin. Give it a stir with your favorite spoon to coat everything with the oil and spices. And we want to sweat this down until the onions turn translucent and the poblano soften a bit. As it cooks down, the color of the spices will deepen and become even more fragrant. To me, it's kind of pretty, in a delicious pan of food kind of way. Next, dust over some all-purpose flour and cook out the raw edge for a few minutes. The flour is the thickening agent here. That's going to give us that saucy mouthfeel once we add in the liquid. Pour in some low-sodium chicken stock, give it a stir, and bring to a low simmer. You may have to do this in a series of pours until you reach a good level of consistency. Simmer the chili base on medium-low while we prep the chicken. On a clean board, dice the chicken thighs into about 1-inch pieces. If your chicken so happen not to be fully cooked, don't worry. It'll finish cooking in the sauce, so it's perfectly fine. Load the diced chicken back into the pan, being careful not to splatter. Stir it all together and continue cooking for about 20 to 25 minutes. The sauce should have thickened some, and if you need to add a little more stock, go right ahead. Just keep in mind that the final thickness should be almost jam-like. For balance, toss in a good pinch of granulated sugar and a splash of apple cider vinegar. These two ingredients make this dish slap. It slaps harder than your gal when she found out Domino's was really Keisha, and she don't even make pizza. I went ahead and added a touch more of the Kitchen Fixins poultry blend and some sea salt to bring it on home. And just like that, we're ready to build some tacos. In a non-stick pan over medium heat, add in enough canola oil to coat the bottom. Then add in your tortillas, coating each well with oil so they fry up nice. Next, put down a layer of shredded mozzarella cheese, then some of the savory Poblano Chicken Chili. Don't overfill these, because it can get quite messy with the saucy chicken. Garnish the tacos with some diced white onion and lots of fresh cilantro, then a light drizzle of your favorite Mexican hot sauce. Once the cheese is melted, give each taco a flip, being careful to keep the contents inside. As you can see, I overfilled these just a touch, and the filling is escaping. Don't be like me in this instance, unless you really want to. And crisp up the tortillas on each side until they're super crunchy. And like I said at the beginning of the video, these really are some of the best tacos ever. And I'm not just saying that because I made it and I want to sell cookbooks. I mean, I do want to sell cookbooks for a living, featuring the food I like to eat, but I'll leave that for you to decide. This was originally a chicken chili with white beans and cornbread, but I thought to myself, I bet that would make a crazy good taco. And it did. The chicken is moist and flavorful, the tortilla shell is shatteringly crunchy, everything you want in a taco and more. Look at God.